Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this Football Friday edition of Eagles 360 presented by Xfinity. It's an NFC Championship game rematch this Sunday at the Link as the Vikings come to town. We all know that, but who will line up for the Eagles? The team is dealing with some key injuries as defensive end Derek Barnett and running back Darren Sproles are out. But could the team also be contemplating a change to the starting lineup? Head coach Doug Pederson said the team is evaluating, but no changes have been made yet. One player to watch, however, is third-year lineman Isaac Seumalo, who Coach Pederson said has made some big strides.
I mean, you see what Isaac's done. I mean, he's now in his third year too, and his confidence level is extremely high right now. He's healthy. He's playing, physical. He had a really good training camp. He's had a good off season. So, there's a lot of positives going for Isaac right now. We're all comfortable as a staff. Stout's very comfortable with him. In his value obviously has been really all five positions. He played tackle his first year down in Baltimore. So versatile athlete who we like his progress, like his progression where he's at, and see what happens.
Speaking of the left guard position, it was locked down for many years by Todd Herremans. Herremans spent 10 years in Philadelphia and actually played every position along the offensive line during his tenure here except for center. He finished his career with the Indianapolis Colts in 2015. However, he knows it should have ended in Philly. I can argue that Herremans is one of the best Eagles ever to never earn a Pro Bowl invite. Well, that wrong of finishing his career elsewhere will be righted this Sunday as he signs a ceremonial contract before the game against the Vikings.
My career, the way it ended, it kind of fizzled out in a different, vision than I had. And this just kind of, I guess, is wrapping it all up for me. My family, just kind of putting a little closure on the whole thing. And to be honest, it just felt weird. The last contract I signed wasn't for the Eagles. So whether it's fake or not, whether I get any money for a bonus or not, it just seems right to finish as an Eagle. Well, like I said, I've spent, I guess, the majority of my life here at this point, more than I've spent in any one spot. And I didn't ever spend any time in a city before I came to Philadelphia, so this is kind of what a city looks like to me. And everywhere else I go just seems second rate. And now that I'm here, I've had my kids in the city. I feel like the city's as much a part of me as I am of it. So, it's just a good mesh, and I look forward to raising my family here.
The Eagles have been outscored by opponents 20-7 in the first quarter of games this season. Meanwhile, the Vikings are actually worse, being outscored by a margin of 14 points in the game's opening 15 minutes. Coach Pederson knows that something has to give this Sunday.
The way we start football games, I think offensively, our guys understand that we haven't been the best. One of our strengths has been over, especially last year, possibly the year before, was scoring, on opening drives, or at least in that first quarter, and that's something we got to get back to. We have to understand that, especially first play of the game, or at least first play of the second half, that might be an opportunity for a team to take a shot. It's like I did last week, we're taking a shot down the field to Nelson. So, that's just all part of that sense of urgency, coming ready, especially that opening play.
From the sun continuing to rise to the team preparing to bounce back, here are the best sound bites from the week leading up to Sunday's game.
We all believe in Jalen, and he's been here for a couple of years and he's done his job. I think as a team, and we all stand behind him. The coaches stand behind him, and we just got to pick him up, and he'll be fine. I promise you.
Yeah, I'm firmly behind Jalen Mills as a corner. One of the reasons we had a big parade on Broad Street was Jalen Mills, and he's epitomizes a lot of things we're about defensively: toughness and competitiveness, and ability to bounce back. And I'm confident he will.
Fletch is one of the best defensive players I ever played with, and that's a compliment because I played with a lot of great players over the years, and I think Fletch is one of the best inside rushers and just one of the best players. I told him the other day, I appreciate the way that Fletch plays the game, every single play, whether it's run game or chasing the ball. He does something that other defensive tackles don't really do in the NFL. We watch a lot of players who get a lot of hype. They don't really hustle the way that Fletch does. I think Fletch is just a great player, and the opportunity to play with him is always a blessing.
Obviously, when you sit back and you look and you get time these last couple of days to evaluate kind of where we are, I mean, it's, the sky's not falling. The sun came up today. We're 2-2. We're still in a good position, control our own destiny. A lot of football ahead of us, and there's no panic. So, as coaches, we prepare our players and we prepare them extremely well. We have confidence in all our guys moving forward, and so with that, we just continue to coach and get our guys ready for Sunday.
Just to echo what Doug said, I mean, the sky isn't falling. We're 2-2 right now. Love to be 4-0, but this is just where we're at. We're a month in, still trying to figure out 100% who we are. But at the same time, we know the guys we have, and we know what we're capable of doing, and we realize it's just a couple little things here and there. Now, those little things have magnified itself in some of these losses, but there's some little things we can clean up, and but no, there's no panic in here. There's no panic on the offensive side, defensive side, special teams. Guys are hungry, and we know what we can do.
The weather is expected to be nice early Sunday afternoon, so get those tailgates fired up. Here's what we have for you on the menu, presented by Amoroso's. On Saturday, make sure to check out Inside the Eagles, featuring the first regular season episode of Unscripted, a behind-the-scenes, all-access look at the opening 4 games of the season. On Sunday, we have plenty of game day coverage beginning at 4 p.m. with the kickoff show presented by Exalta. Once the clock hits all zeros, come back for the post-game show presented by Rico. Until then, I'm Chris McPherson, and you've been watching Eagles 360 presented by Xfinity.